happiness. And those sorts of things, I think the scientist you're describing is the kind of person who can use science to better people's lives without sundering the world. And I think that puts them outside of what we think of as, we need funding for this scientific project, and we're going to do this great technological thing. And we don't really stop to think about what that means. Wendell Berry, again, in the Mad Farmer Manifesto, writes about how he doesn't want an organ transplant because he doesn't want to die in the cooling stew of other people's parts. And there's something, I think, important in that sort of recognition of what organ transplants are, but it ignores the fact that we use pig organs, pig kidneys sometimes, and we have completely artificial organs that you can get. So how many artificial organs can a human body possess before it stops being properly human? And that's not a question we ask. We just ask, can science recreate this digestive process and give us an artificial stomach? That's concerning to me.
So I think those natural scientists, I'll talk about it another time. That's fine.
No, I think there's a lot to be thought about here.
Those natural scientists are more than skeptical of technology, because they have a dedication to the idea that we can't know the negative impacts that come out of a technology that looks alluring at first.
Yeah, I think that's right, and I think a natural scientist that has that deep suspicion of technology and even maybe the scientific process itself is less likely to become Victor Frankenstein.
Right.
And that's where I think the difference is, and I think you've hit that chord perfectly. And I think that's why I don't want to discount science, as I think science is a way of knowing, but not the only way, and in some cases maybe not the best way. But there's room for it under a sort of a big tent idea of social epistemologies and ways of being. And that's what I think we should be cultivating, where science can help improve or explain ways of being without eradicating them.
So I don't have the same vocabulary, but I think it's systems thinking that these scientists.
Yeah, Timothy Morton talks this way, I think. And Timothy Morton, he talks this way in some of his work, and in some of the lectures from last year and some of the early ones this year, I sort of use his language because he gets away from the scientific language, but he tries to develop a way of talking about this that creates this common ground that's familiar but new. And so there's some good stuff in there too.
Yeah, to break out of the box.
Yeah, this has more to do with how we organize society, less to do with science, but probably the lead person who created the Wisconsin Green Party was Walt Brissett, who was a member of the Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior Chippewa Indians. And he could talk better than anybody. He could talk indigenous to the white man, right, to white people. And this was in the whole period of the treaty rights struggles up north, where the white people were trying to intimidate native people from using their treaty rights. But he said that the whole Constitution needed to be rewritten so that the rights of nature would be included in how society was organized. In other words, here's human rights and here's natural rights, right? And they're on the same level, so the same playing field or whatever. And he could present this idea without coming across like, the stereotype Chief Seattle quotes that, you get in the quick version of what Native American people say, right? And so I think that, as we go forward, I think using the term eco-socialist is right, because everything we were talking about, how to grow food and everything, is socialistic. And how we're supposed to live and be in the world is ecological, right? So you mash those two up, and then That's it. That's the future, right?
And I think that there's like, and I think that example of like human rights and natural rights is one that needs a lot more work. Someone like Christopher Stone, who wrote a very influential and now sort of famous argument that trees should have legal standing, just like a person in, say, a persistent vegetative state has legal standing. And I think there's, not you, but if we stop thinking of the world as this thing that we live on top of, and start thinking about not just the world as something we live next to, but that we are a part of it, we don't need to have competing rights discourses. We don't have to have human rights and animal rights. We just have to have rights. If you have a right to life, so do the wolves that are being shot en masse. And we have to then think very carefully about what the destruction of life means and under what conditions we can destroy a life. And that is a radical shift that pulls us, I think, in a different direction and toward a better sort of way of being, right? And this goes all the way to, there's a lot of articles being churned out right now about how millennials aren't having kids. There was an article today about people who talk about their pets like their children should be classified as having mental illness because there's not enough babies being born. Part of me wants to be like, don't have kids, it's cool, be a cat mom or a dog dad or whatever, like I don't care. But this is like a real problem for people. But part of the concern has to be that we live so out of balance with nature. At 7.5 billion people, what is our relationship to the natural world going to be when we hit 9 billion in 2050 or 11 billion in 2100? There's a point at which we have to accept the fact that we have allowed ourselves to become parasitic, and we have to correct for that. And if that means reducing birth rates and sort of coming to individual decisions not to artificially extend our lives in ways that medicine can, then I think we can maybe get back to a place where we can have more harmonious relationships to the natural world at the site of consumption, at the site of justice, and a deeper recognition of the beauty of place that is transcendent, that does allow us to attain a deeper understanding of the self, a higher understanding of the ideals that Socrates was trying to push people to think about, justice and goodness and love, those sorts of things. So I think that project is alive. I just think Hegel